Hello everyone, this is Kimberly Shepard with week 7 of your prescriptive reading course. We're getting close to the end. I just wanted to go ahead and take a look at your assignment for this week. It is due November the 12th, so that's next Wednesday night. And it's basically taking a look and observing an English second language program that already exists in the school that you're observing. And if you don't have one in that school, or if you're not particularly in a school, then you can look at another school that's nearby. But this is mainly going to be an essay, as it says, 1,250 words to 1,500. You're following the program or the history of that program, the number of students that are serviced within that school district, and details of the program. You can find that usually on your county's website, or you can just call the county and they will be happy to give you the information. Read 5 research articles on differentiating instruction and instructional strategies for English language learners. Compare and contrast what you know about the ESL program with what you've researched. So that's going to be another big piece for that essay, and what the articles say about the ESL program should have and what instructional practices should be used. Include a final paragraph evaluating the program. That is your opinion, and instructional practices state strengths and weaknesses of both. The biggest thing here is that this is your analysis. It must be defended with a solid research foundation. I just can't stress that enough. This is a persuasive essay at this point. So it's an instructional or informational persuasive. There's going to be a lot of information in here, but it's going to conclude with your defense of whether this is a good program or not and some of the strengths and weaknesses. It also states that you need to have 5 to 7 peer-reviewed articles, and I'm going to show that one more time how to go about doing that. But this needs to be to use for your content. Prepare the assignment following the APA guidelines found in the GCU APA Style Handbook. Again, I can't stress how critical this is. This is points, and I'll show you the rubric. It's located in the Student Success Center, and if you're not familiar with that, it's right up in here in Resources, Student Success Center. An abstract is not required though, and that's typical APA, but you don't have to do that for this assignment. And then right here it says this assignment uses a grading rubric, and let's take a look at that rubric. It's a max of 50 points. The essay is going to be 80%. The background and history are presented and well defined for full credit. More than 5 articles are researched, presented, and analyzed in depth. Evaluation of instructional practices are presented and examined in depth. Again, look at this right here. This one says 5 articles are researched and presented, but you're missing some information. And then here's the 5 articles. So if you don't have 5 articles, this is less than 5 articles. This is 65%. Again, and it's possible that it's 0 depending upon how much information you provide. Then look down at organization. This is 10%. It needs to be easy to follow. You need to have hit all the major pieces, but it does need to be very clear and flow. You need to have all parts, an introduction, a very clear one, and a conclusion is logical. It flows from the body, and again, it's persuasive there too. The mechanics you've written in clear English, and then the APA format is 5% as well as the mechanics, and that's a broad understanding. So you've got your nice title page, you've got your header that is appropriate, and then you have your any list or anything along those lines if you've used graphics or resources or something along those lines, and then your reference page that is separate, okay? Not a separate document, but a separate page. So just make sure that you're including those pieces. We'll take a look really quick on how to get to the library. Again, that's under Resources, Library. You're going to be looking for 5 journal articles. So you're going to type in the subject that you were looking for. For example, this one would be English language learners. So, and I'm going to make sure that I hit that peer review because those are the only ones that are going to be accepted. And I did search those last time. So it does take me quite a bit longer for getting the grades back and everything for you guys because I am having to check those. So you come over here and say teaching academic content and literacy to English learners in elementary and middle school. And there is your article right there. Guys, make sure that if you are logged in, this makes it so much easier. It doesn't show everything here, and you can tell you're not logged in. It says right up here, hello guest, log in for full access. So if you log in with your GCU information, long as I log in with the correct one. Too many passwords, right? Okay, it's searching. There we go. Take a look over here. It's giving you the citation, and when you click on that, again, it's taking a minute. Internet's slow tonight. There we go. It gives you the APA format. I can't stress that enough. It's right there. I will say this, you want to be very careful because sometimes even though it says APA format, it's not always completely correct. So just take a look and make sure that it is completely correct. This one right here, it has the last name and then the first letter's initial. It has all of the people, and then because there's so many, it's got the ... over here. That's only if you have I believe it's 6 or more, so this is 2, 4, 6, that's correct. And the National Center for Educational and Regional, and then the journal is actually italicized, not the title. Got your date here too, by the way, and then you have the journal number. Now some of them have specific page numbers, and so they get really specific on those, and you have to look and make sure. So just be very careful with it. This is a great start, but again, just check and make sure, okay? And then let's go back over to our document. So that's what's required. That is your assignment for this week. A couple of more things that I wrote down. Just make sure that ask to talk to the teacher that teaches ESL students in the school you're observing. More than likely, you're going to have several to choose from. And then on that note, remember that again, this is week 7, and so you're going to need to submit the signed form from the school saying that you've been observing in that school. It's located in 2 separate announcements in the announcement section. And then the last thing, turning assignments in on time. Please make sure that you're turning them in on time so that they can get graded as quickly as possible. And this will be especially a busy time right now as I'm wrapping up the course. So the assignments do need to be completed on time so that everything is graded and everything before the course concludes, okay? All right. Well, have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be talking to you in the discussion board.